What you're saying right now is don't go back.
He could debunk it like in a second, but he's sleeping.
So that it didn't really answer my question though. How come darker skinned folks have always been prejudiced against more than lighter skinned folks?
Oh, so yeah, I'd like to thank you, Joe. So so obviously it was right. It was
literally
more or less. It's obviously the first is just general ignorance, right? Tribalism, but the tribalism came from somewhere. It came from survival traits, and this is what I was trying to explain. When depending on what environment that you're in.
Hold on. Maybe you missed it, Master. Even light-skinned black folks were prejudiced against dark-skinned black folks.
Right. And what I'm saying, right. But I'm saying
it's always been that.
They still are.
It depends on where they're from.
Yes, they are.
Right. It depends on where.
B-Master, this is what I'm telling you. Like, please shut up. Like, honestly, shut up.
If you have an argument, Adam, with all due respect, why don't you?
You don't have a dog in this fight. That's my argument. You don't have a dog in this fight.
Just screaming at someone to shut up is not countering an argument.
Please,
all it is
quiet.
I could say the same thing back to you. This would be ridiculous, right?
B-Master, we went 2 hours last night.
And I'm a mixed race black person. Like, are you crazy?
Wait, Mansfield and
who cares what color the fuck you are?
On the phenotypes, and basically these cultures were in the bottom of South America. I mean, they weren't in Africa, and the ones that were the first populations were white, and that's what they were explaining. They went through the gene pools, and it's something I was learning it last night, because I thought the whole time, as you did, I didn't understand it till it was explained in detail. I'm sorry Ricky's sleeping right now, but to say that white is a defect is just disproved by what scientists have found.
I'm gonna be 100% real, and look, it is genetically, factually known that black people are the original people in this world, and then traveling through the east coast of Europe, through the Middle East, through Asia, Eastern and Western Europe, whatever, if at that time the land bridge in Alaska, so far, and it's supposedly, but I don't believe that. I believe that somehow, somewhere, people from West Africa traveled across the Atlantic and made it to South America and traveled north and populated this side of the hemisphere somewhere a long time, and it just got lost in history. I don't believe that.
Jesus, here we go. Jesus, what the fuck is going on?
I don't believe that. I just don't. I believe that there were seafaring cultures and nations and tribes on the west coast of Africa that crossed the Atlantic and populated South Central and North America around the time, which had black people originally here. There were black people already in the Americas already.
Okay, very good. How do you know that those type of black people were black like an African guy from today?
No, I mean, but people of color, black, dark-skinned people. That's what I mean by that. It doesn't have to be
right.
You get what I'm saying?
They could be looking like white people with dark skin as well.
What?
I mean, like Indian people.
There's no genealogy facts that anybody that was genetically born next to the equator are born fucking pale. You would die immediately of fucking
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that they're foundational? Excuse me. Do you think that they're foundational Chinese Americans?
Hell fucking no.
Okay, do you think that they're foundational black Chinese people? Because I mean, China's a lot closer. No. But China is a lot closer. China is a lot closer. China is definitely a lot closer than coming over to the Americas. So I mean, when you want to have like your Pangea argument,
I could literally put in the chat. They are foundational black Asian people.
Yeah, the native people in America.
They are.
People.
Yes,
we're not fighting stupid. It's up to you. Only you can fight forest fires, or just stop. Just don't do it.
Wait. So let me ask you this question: do you feel like in making these claims in what Black America is trying to? Because I feel like it's Black America doing this. I never hear anybody out of Black Europe or, African Europe or even anybody in Africa, talking about this in the same way that you're talking about this. And you sound very westernized.
No,
I'm going
what
to.
claims am I making right now?
So let me finish. I feel like, Black America, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like Black America has not staked these indigeneity claims in the same way that you are. It's very weird how you're trying to say that there is a foundational Black Chinese heritage. This is weird, bro.
Asian people right now, what are you gonna say? If I prove it to you right now that they are foundational Black Asian people that exist in this world right now,
yes,
what are you gonna
say? Yes, I know some of them. Kamora Lee Simmons.
Okay, so.
Yes, Kamora Lee Simmons. What are you talking about?
Your argument then?
Kamora Lee Simmons is a foundational Black American woman, from Asian descent. What are you talking about?
All right, so let me say this, right? When the anthropologists just found out right here just now that they are Black people that originated here when they first came here, not all aside from Native Americans that lived coincidentally with.
How did they get here?
That are already here.
How did they get here?
What I'm saying.
How did they get here? No. Hold on. No. How did those said people get here?
Oh my God!
How did they get here?
You just said what you just said, and I did not disturb you, bro. Let me just land.
Okay, and what cultural anthropological evidence do you have to support that?
No.
Because we saw how many people were left behind. How many archaeological relics, were left behind, following the Trail of Tears. There were burial grounds. There were multiple different, pieces of archaeological evidence. Where is there archaeological evidence to support your claim? Where is it?
Is a fact. There were people of color.
Archaeological evidence, the oldest known Homo sapien fossils. The oldest known Homo sapien fossils come from where? Morocco. 300,000 years ago. That's Africa. There's your fucking evidence.
Thank you. And again, Morocco is how far away from North America?
What do you mean?
Now, I've got to head out, but I want to look for Matt, and I think this unequivocally explains everything for you, Matt.
Well, we basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck.
All right, I love y'all. I gotta go. Bye, Abby. Bye.
I got a shout out to Matt, my foundational white American brother. It is what it is. If people want to say that, white people, stem from Africa, then you as a white person, Matt, that would make you a foundational white African American.
Correct.
It's right. I'm just following.
I totally and utterly agree with that.
Yes, Elon Musk is the most successful African American that's ever touched soil on, America.
That's a fact.
The original Jews were not Jews of color. I just need to say that.
What?
Got it. They were not Jews of color.
So tell me this.
I see the agenda now.
Hold on. Tell me my white smooth brain. What happened to Africa? Why is it so far behind everywhere else, bro?
Because of white.
You said what?
Because of white people.
Because of white people.
Because of the genetic defective
The colonizers came and colonized.
Well, Joe, you know where this is going.
It's a circular argument. It's like, well, the white folk are genetically
The sun
defective.
comes up.
However, they're also the ones that keep everyone down in the world.
Joe, the sun comes up and it's, blame white people. The sun goes down. Let's blame the Jews. It's like a circular logic between these mentally ill people. It's crazy.
Do you know something? Do you know the reason why Africa is underdeveloped today is because of the Berlin Conference, of how they did not divide Africa according to their ethno nationalities. They just drew bizarre lines and they just group lot of people. It's like you draw a map in Europe, you just cut some Russians, cut some Germans, cut some Polish, add them into one country. How are they going to develop? How are they going to develop?
But listen, this is common sense. What you're saying right now, brother, is common sense. Now, let's be honest and let's go back with historical facts. The most of monarchs in Europe, they were just trying to equivocally exchange information and goods and sources with most nomadic and tribal nations. Leopold, if we all know who Leopold is, he's really the bad guy. He's the one that said, what? Instead of trying to do good old democracy with these fucking these savages, we got guns, cannons, gunpowder, knives, swords, metallurgy. Let's go fucking conquer that fucking shit instead of just doing normal things like everybody fucking else. So guess who followed suit? The kings and queens of Europe said, okay, we're gonna follow what fucking Leopold did. Let's just rape and pillage the village. Y'all thought Hitler was fucking bad?
You ever heard of the Moors, Easy?
Oh, of course, the Moors came to Southern Europe and taught those fucking savages how to fucking clean their stinking fucking asses.
The Moors were awful in their conquering of Southern Europe.
How was it awful when they reigned for almost 1,000 fucking years? Not that awful, obviously.
So then what happened?
They gave up. Why would I gonna keep kicking a fucking dead ass horse that don't want to even know how to fucking properly clean them fucking selves? When I could just go back to my motherland and live the most luxurious, understanding, peaceful life that I could possibly have. But then soon, I'm only speaking historical facts. It has nothing to do about race. Oh, yes, it is. Because look, all it took was fucking 2,700 fucking years. What are we talking about right now?
I don't know. You
like
said,
now.
You brought up.
Now I am not one to see like as a very factual historian operating man. I don't have any disdain towards white people. I don't have any racism towards people. I don't have any hate towards Jews. I don't have any.
You're racist.
Creed.
You are racist. You're definitely racist. No, you are definitely racist.
Textbook racist.
Ooh, me?
Hey, do you go to Patriots games if you're in Massachusetts? Because that's owned by.
No, I used to, but I'm like Trump said. I'm just so used to winning. We're winning. I've seen a champion baseball, hockey, football. I'm spoiled. I got a ring for every finger on my hand.
Yeah,
in a decade.
But Robert Kraft he controls a lot of stuff.
Yes, he does. And now son is running for mayor, and I hope he wins because it get fucking Wu-Tang Wu out of motherfucking office so we can actually start making fucking positive movements in our state here. So yeah, I'm totally with you on that. Next.
I don't think you convinced anyone in this room.
What is there to convince? What is there to convince?
Trust me, King David was not a
I went to Newton North, Massachusetts. I went to Newton North High School in Massachusetts. All my friends are Jewish, dude. My godfather is literally Jewish.
I hope you didn't say to them that the Jews the Jews stole the religion from the BHIs.
I hope you've never said this. Look, I'm being so honest with you, right? And I was taught this information from a Jewish man himself.
Well, then something was very wrong with him.
He kept it all the way 100. He says, when he exclaimed this shit to me, he's like, yo, do you say in the grandeur? He said, yes. Now, if you look back for the last, I would say just realistically, being absolutely honest with the world, he said the last 3,000 years. He said that for people of color as a whole, when the Greeks came and invaded Egypt for the first time and they took everything over, they had to burn down the libraries out of Alexandria because that was obviously 10,000 years of written history prior to when everything happened before that. So yes, they destroyed our identities. We forgot who the fuck we were. They forgot that math, the most advanced science, healthcare, all that things like that. Y'all learned that shit.
What in the fuck is going on?
All of it. Y'all, they learned it from black people, bro. It's a fact.
Easy. Let me ask you: do you ever think that there's just a lot of stories that help to try and build confidence in?
No, there's no stories of confidence. Our libraries, our structures, our mathematics, everything that points to the fucking point that we were the most advanced thinking motherfuckers on the faces of the earth, and people came and learned all these things from us. Science, fucking philanthropy.
You know the trope, right?
All of it.
You know the trope, right?
The trope?
Yeah, that we was kings. I mean, is that what you're gonna say next?
No, hell no. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm talking about we are the pioneers of everything the great on this fucking world.
Really? Who are your great scientists?
Yeah, you guys create so much bullshit that it's hard to kind of read through.
Tell me some of your great scientists.
My great scientists?
Yeah. Was Copernicus and mathematicians? Was he white or black?
Copernicus?
Yeah, white or black?
No, that's a Greek fucking
Right, but you just
philosopher.
said. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, you just said. Tell me who the great black
but wait,
scientists
hold on, all right. Yeah,
mathematicians.
hold on. I'm on your page with you. Where did he go learn? Where did he go study and learn that? Ding dong.
Copernicus?
Yeah. Where did he go learn? Where did he go study? Where did he go sit down and read scrolls at?
I have to go look. I don't know.
Alexandria.
Yeah, but what about it? It's great.
And where's Alexandria at?
Alexandria is in Egypt.
Okay, and what is Alexandria specifically? What was Alexandria known
The Egyptians were not black. The Egyptians.
What?
The Egyptians were not black.
I quit.
They
All
were
right.
not black.
Yeah, y'all win. All right.
They were not black.
Yeah, Egyptians. Why is it there have been so many historians, archaeologists, linguists, geneticists that have rejected the BHI origin things? And like for some reason you're still convinced that I don't know there's some sort of truism right behind it.
I'm sorry, I want to ask something. You guys asked which.
Is that easy? Yeah, I was asking.
Hang on,
Zed, speak for a second. Easy, I'm asking a question. You get that?
Oh no, I just heard Egyptians are black, and that was it for me. So I quit.
Yeah, but no, I get it. But why is it that there is so much evidence that goes against all these talking points, and you choose not to be able to listen to it?
Like what
Hold on.
evidence?
Whoa. What evidence are you talking about?